Namaskar. Good morning. Wish you good health, a good mind, good spirits on the occasion of World Yoga Day. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude towards my Yogacharya, Sandeep ji, who is also known to you, a lot of you, as Poorna Prem ji. I'm also thankful to Pragati ji and Ashish ji for creating this wonderful sort of event all day long so that people can actually start getting into understanding and celebrating yoga. So today I would like to talk about a few things जो मुझे लगता है the perception of yoga, mostly popularly, if I were to go into the social media, various platforms, perception of yoga ये हो गया है कि it's only about asanas. ठीक है, मतलब योगा का कोई वो भी कर लो तो पेज खोलता हूँ मैं ज़्यादातर सोशल मीडिया पे, lot of people are practicing, which is a fantastic thing. But because of what we get to see mostly, perception ये बन गया योगा मतलब ऐसे आसन करो, मतलब ऐसे contours हो, ऐसे आसन हो कि जो मैं करना पाऊँ, और देख के लगता है my goodness कितने प्रैक्टिस किए होंगे तब जाके इन्होंने ऐसे आसन मतलब ऐसे आसन कर पा रहे होंगे. But I have a slightly different point of view on this one, and maybe I was also told by my Yogacharya Sandeep ji that and I remember one of his first sessions that we had, and he said that listen, yoga is not about asanas only, right? It is a union of mind and body. It's all about awareness, consciousness, right? And that kept ringing in my mind. And I was thinking after that, if yoga is about awareness and consciousness, am I aware? Am I conscious? And then I went deep into it. And my understanding of yoga, actually, the foundation of my understanding of yoga is this. It is about consciousness. It is about awareness of my own mind, of my own body. And can I bring them together, my mind and body together? और मैं इस चीज को आज यही बताने जा रहा हूँ कि how at times we are not connected, our mind and body is not connected, right? And जैसे हमने mechanically कुछ asanas practice कर लिए, and over a period of time, if you do anything, you will excel in it. और asanas हम करे जा रहे हैं. The other day, now this is where things can go wrong, and I have heard lot of people जिन्होंने टेलीविजन स्क्रीन देख के या ऐसे देख के योगा प्रैक्टिसेस किए हैं without understanding, without getting into the understanding of yoga, and they got into problems later on in life. कुछ इनके बैक में प्रॉब्लम्स हो गए, कुछ कहीं पे और प्रॉब्लम्स हो गए, कहीं पे मोच आ गया, कुछ हो गया. And it happens because we at times misunderstand yoga, misinterpret yoga, and we think that yoga is exercise. Yoga exercise नहीं है. It is not, right? Yes, as a part of asanas, we also end up doing a few exercises. But वो exercise नहीं है, right? So this is my understanding, and I'll tell you how despite having a very, very erratic lifestyle, जिस profession में मैं हूँ और शुरू से, मतलब मेरे career के शुरू से जिस भी profession में हमेशा मैं था, the professions had very erratic schedule. मतलब मेरा कोई fixed schedule कभी नहीं था. मतलब देर रात तक काम कर रहा हूँ, कभी कभी सुबह काम कर रहा हूँ, 2 दिन से जैसे खाने वाने का कोई हिसाब ही नहीं है. I've not been able to sleep properly. There are at times even for a week, we've not been able to sleep properly, eat properly. So how do I, and I'm sure a lot of us, all my friends who are listening to me right now, a lot of us have this sort of an issue with our regular lifestyles because जिंदगी की भागदौड़ में it is not uncommon to have an erratic lifestyle, right? Because of work demands, because of familial demands, because of societal demands, हर हर किसी पे बहुत सारे डिमांड्स होते हैं और इनको मीट करते हुए we tend to make our lifestyles very erratic. So I'm not saying that oh my god, if you have erratic lifestyle you cannot practice yoga. Now let me tell you something. So I have gotten deeper into it and I've tried to understand, can I still have a sort, at least I can attempt to go towards a yogic mind, and can I incorporate yoga in my life as my life attitude, as my life philosophy, despite the erratic lifestyle? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Absolutely possible. And I have been doing it all these years now since I met our Yogacharya Sandeep ji. And I'll tell you how I practice it. And I'm sure these are very simple ways to do it. And I'm sure all of us can practice it. First and most important, right? Just take a moment, think for a while, see how you are breathing, right? How often do we actually pause and think, how are we breathing? Very rare. हम करते ही नहीं है. Breathing तो हमने एक चीज को assume कर लिया है कि मैं जिंदा हूं तो मैं breathe कर ही रहा हूं, right? मैं सांस तो ले ही रहा हूं. लेकिन there is a difference here, right? Most of us are actually doing a lot of shallow breathing. यानी कि बस सांस ले ही रहा हूं, because धड़कनें चल रही है तो सांस तो लेता ही रहूंगा, so I'm breathing. Obviously everyone is breathing. Whoever is alive is breathing, but that's not how breathing is, right? And I'll tell you how it leads to a lot of issues in life. If we can breathe properly, a whole bunch of issues immediately get settled on its own. हमें कुछ और नहीं करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ता है, right? If we just breathe properly, right? और मैं कुछ practices को just अपने 5 उंगलियों के साथ मैं relate करता हूँ. So सबसे पहले this finger, right? ये हम बहुत यूज करते हैं आजकल सोशल मीडिया पे, right? Any social media platform, this is almost always there. और दिन भर हम लाइक के बटन दबा रहे हो, लाइक में यही रहता है यूजुअली. इसको अब याद रखें. अगली बार से जब भी you are pressing on this like button, think about it. That am I breathing deep? Am I doing deep breathing? Am I conscious about how I am breathing? Just think about that, right? And it's a brilliant thing. Now let me tell you something. हमारे lungs जो है ना, lungs के नीचे का जो हिस्सा है उसमें काफी सारे ब्लड वेसल्स हैं, बहुत ज्यादा डेंसिटी ऑफ ब्लड वेसल्स है. सो हम जब ब्रीथ करते हैं, वी इनटेक ऑक्सीजन और वो ऑक्सीजन ब्लड एब्जॉर्ब्स दैट ऑक्सीजन एंड देन टेक्स इट टू द रेस्ट ऑफ द बॉडी, राइट? द हार्ट पंप्स दैट एंड इट सेंड्स टू द रेस्ट ऑफ द बॉडी. एंड the way the lungs are designed is that absolutely on the base of the lung, lowest portion of the lungs, right? There is a very high density of blood vessels there, right? Now, the issue is that if you don't deep breathe, as in if you don't breathe very deeply, what happens is that the oxygenation of the lowest portion of our lungs usually does not happen, right? So we are not providing enough oxygen to our body if we are not breathing deep, right? Now, another thing. There is a very interesting, and I'm very fond of that nerve. There is a very interesting nerve that we have in our body, which is called the vagus nerve. Now, what does this vagus nerve do? The vagus nerve is a very important part of our nervous system, right? It starts from here, right? And it goes down deep till the gut, right? It runs through the entire body and goes down deep till the gut. Every time we breathe deep, the vagus nerve gets activated. Very interesting. Automatically, it gets activated. The moment it gets activated, it sends signals to the brain to activate our parasympathetic nerves. So we have 2 sets of nervous systems in our body: the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. A sympathetic nervous system, what does it do? It is our trigger mechanism. It tells our body to be alert. It tells our body to fight. It finds signals that the body is under attack or something is happening, and therefore it tells the body to fight. That is what the sympathetic nervous system does. The parasympathetic nervous system instructs the brain to let the body chill, relax, be calm, right? And it happens when the vagus nerve sends the message to the brain that it can allow the body to calm down, it can allow the body to relax. And it happens when we take deep breaths, right? Every time we take a deep breath, the message goes to the vagus nerve and the body calms down, right? Otherwise, the body always remains in a state of anxiety. Imagine every time we are not conscious of our breathing, our body is tense, right? And when the body is tense, क्या होता है? Sympathetic nervous system, what it does is that it also almost always shuts down the services that are not required. It's almost like हमारे पास जो mobile phone होता है, when the battery goes low to a certain limit, right? So we get a message saying that okay, the battery has gone to a certain limit. Now, some of the apps may not function properly, right? Some of the things, some of the functions of the phone may not function properly because the battery has gotten below a certain critical mark, a critical point. Likewise, in our body, the sympathetic nervous system, what it does is that it also shuts down a few mechanisms in our body because it is prepping the body to fight, right? So we are almost always living in half capacity, in limited capacity, because some of the systems of our body are shut down because we are not breathing deep. Just imagine, just because we are not breathing deeply enough, some of our systems, some of the functions of our body get shut, which is a very dangerous thing to live, which is a very dangerous way to live, right? And if you take deep breaths, what happens is that the entire body remains activated. The brain sends, the vagus nerve tells the brain to send a message to the heart that it could slow down a bit, right? And it could relax, it could calm down, and it could chill. The buzzword of everyone today is chill, and you chill only when you take a deep breath. So remember this. Next time you're sending this right to someone, just think about yourself. Have I taken a deep breath? Right? And deep breath के भी कुछ हिसाब होते हैं. There are a few ways to take a deep breath, right? So I'm not going into the mathematics of it, but usually a deep breath is about 5 seconds long. So which means that my inhalation that's 10 seconds. So the inhalation and exhalation together should be about 10 seconds, right? Now that is called a deep breath. Well, it may not be possible for us to always get into that breathing system, that breathing rhythm, which is fine. Start practicing for at least, let's say to begin with, 5 minutes a day, then 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day to 20 minutes a day. And if you do it for 20 minutes a day, that's like brilliant. Right? Just deep breathing for 20 minutes a day. That's it. That's all that you have to do to take care of a lot of your body functions. Right? And you will immediately realize within a few days, and I have seen that happening in my life, that my body functions become so relaxed, so calm, so poised. And I'll tell you some other instances where people actually practice deep breathing before getting into a very important job. So when surgeons are prepping themselves, when the patient has been given anesthesia and the patient is lying down and the surgery team is there, right? So the doctor tells everyone to stand there and, okay, now focus on here and now, right? And take a few deep breaths. So the nurses, the doctors, everyone, the surgeon, everyone stands there and takes a deep breath, because what it does is that it immediately calms you down and it activates every function of your body. So you start thinking much better when you take a deep breath. When an artist gets into stage, just before getting into the stage, what does she do? She takes a, and then you get into the stage. Because the moment you've done that, your body has absolutely calmed down. Right? It has chilled, and now when you get into the stage, you're not nervous anymore. So that is the beauty of deep breath. So how can we do it? Jab bhi man karo, right? You're traveling, you're going to work, you're sitting inside your car, you're sitting in a bus, you're sitting in a train, wherever you are, just for a while, without looking into your phone always, just at times, just sit down, relax, and I could just tell myself that I'll take just 20 deep breaths. Let me see. And I take 20 deep breaths, right? Then I'm sitting somewhere and I'm watching something, whatever, I could take 20 deep breaths. And you know what? It happens over a period of time. It becomes a part of your lifestyle. Shuru mein, you will have to keep reminding yourself, am I taking a deep breath? Am I taking a deep breath? Am I taking a deep breath? And over a period of time, you don't need this after that, right? It will become a part of your system. And we will start taking deep breaths after that. So for me, one of the biggest learnings that I've had from yoga is that I became conscious about the way I breathe. I became aware about the way I breathe. And I've started deep breathing. Has it improved my life? Yes, it has improved me immensely, right? I've seen the biggest successes, I've seen the biggest failures in life. And in every situation, I could stay relaxed, calm, without much of an anxiety. It's just because I've been breathing deep enough, right? So simple. What a basic function to do. What a basic thing to do. And yet at times, because we are not aware of it, we don't do it altogether. And just imagine, our life is finally all about breathing. As long as we are breathing, we are alive. The moment we are not breathing, we are not there anymore. क्या होगा किसी चीज से? कोई फायदा नहीं है ना. If you don't breathe enough, then we are not there, right? So that's my first thing that I think. If we all practice, this will make a huge change in our lifestyle. Number 2, I go to this finger now, right? So every time we point fingers at others, we use this finger a lot, pointing, right? Every time we point fingers at others, right? Just think about it. Just खुद को relax करने के लिए, right? Pointing fingers is usually during confrontation, during arguments, during pointing out flaws with someone or something like that. You know, another beautiful way to activate your vagus nerve is when you start humming or singing, right? So what do? I start humming. Now, just imagine, when do we hum? We hum when we are relaxed, right? हम गुनगुनाते हैं ना, when we are relaxed, when we are happy, right? So if we keep humming and if we keep singing, right, that also activates our vagus nerve, right? And even better way to do, but I do not know whether everyone would want to do that, because there is also a religious relation in that. I don't believe it that way, but another beautiful way, and probably the best way to do, is if you chant Om, right? Om. If you chant Om, and if you keep doing this over a period of time, that immediately activates our vagus nerve, right? And it sends a signal down our body to relax and be calm, right? There are often that you meet people and you come back thinking, कितना calm बंदा है ना, कितना chilled out बंदा है, कितना cool बंदा है, what a nice guy. That vibe comes because that man, that woman, whoever you've met is so calm, and that calmness is in our hands. We can get it. So, number 1, deep breath. Number 2, if you don't want to do it, then just hum. Hum any song, hum any tune that you want to, and it does wonders to the system. Third, well, this finger is quite an abusive finger that we use at times, right? Now, every time we use it, or better if we don't use it, but if we use it, remember, we need to clean ourselves too, right? A brilliant way to activate the vagus nerve and send signals to the body to calm down is going to the tap, opening the tap and splash water on the face. देखो, मैं ऐसी चीजों की बातें कर रहा हूँ जो हम, right? It does wonders to the systems. Now if you go back and think that जब भी हम tense होते हैं, जब भी tension में होते हैं, anxiety होता है, you're not feeling well, you're feeling a little tired. What do? We go to the washroom we open the tap and we splash cold water on the face. हमेशा काम करता है. It has always worked. Now do it consciously every time. Right? Every time do it consciously. You're splashing water, and you know the beauty of being conscious and aware is that it immediately, the changes that happens in your body, immediately you can realize that, you can feel that, you can sense that, and when you are conscious and aware of the sensation that is happening within you, you know, it gets better utilized, right? So splash cold water on the face, the abusive finger. So every time I'm abusing, I'm also splashing cold water on the face, right? Now this finger, we don't use it much in our gestures. It's a very important finger. We wear a ring here. Remember, it is always there, right? Usually in a relationship, we wear a ring on this finger, right? Now, in this finger, always remember meditation, right? So deep breathing, humming, singing, chanting, whatever you feel like, splashing water on the face, and now meditation, right? If you can use however much little time, right? It could be just 5 minutes, it could be 2 minutes also, right? If you can meditate, and the meditation does not mean that you have to light a candle, sit down, wear a certain kind of clothes, and then the lights off or light on, and then you sit down like that. No, it does not. Yes, that is a better way to practice meditation. But in our regular day-to-day lifestyle, if let's say I'm going for a meeting, I'm sitting in the car, I could just sit down for a while and just, rather than looking into the traffic and getting anxious about it, or looking through my mobile phone and scrolling through all of that, I could just take those 5 minutes, right? And just meditate, right? And that immediately calms down the body, right? And the body becomes something else. Imagine if you're going for an important meeting, and if you could take those 2 minutes out or 5 minutes out, as long as you want to do or you can do, right? And just meditate before that. The moment you are entering that meeting, you will enter with a different vibe. You're all prepared because your body functions are now completely activated, and you are in your best, you're putting your best foot forward, right? That's a brilliant way to do it, right? And the fifth, right? We often use this finger to tell someone that I'm going to use the washroom, right? Now, whenever you use this finger, also remember about your gut. What am I putting inside my body, right? If I have good bacteria in my gut, my vagus nerve gets activated more often, and then it sends signal to the body to calm down, right? How do I do it, right? Very simple, right? Am I saying that only certain kind of food, मतलब आपको ये नहीं खाना, वो नहीं खाना, ये नहीं करना, वो नहीं खाना, ऐसा नहीं खाना, बिल्कुल नहीं, right? At least I don't do it. I'll tell you what I practice, right? सिर्फ ये ध्यान रखना है कि मेरा खाना बस, it should be a nice good food. That's it, right? दाल चावल खाऊंगा, ऐसे मजे से खाऊंगा कि मतलब लगे कि मैं भोज खा रहा हूँ, right? खा रहा हूँ सिर्फ दाल चावल, साफ हो, फ्रेश, साफ हो, फ्रेश हो, और मेरे प्लेट में I should have a good conscience in the sense that मैंने प्लेट में जो डाला, वो डालते वक्त मुझे बस इतना ही महसूस होना चाहिए. I should just be aware of just one thing, that I have not cheated anyone to fill my plate. That's it, right? If I can realize that every time I'm taking my plate in my hand, if I know that I have not cheated anyone to fill my plate, your body is already, dancing. Your body is already liberated. It's in that Satchidananda state, right? So, simple food as much as you can, right? Any indulgent food actually, now I'll define what is indulgent food actually. What happens is that we get at times too carried away by the amount of food practices and food videos and food blogs and food talk and all that is happening, and the amount of junk that we keep eating because of that, it ruins our systems completely, right? I'll eat as much as I have to eat and want to eat and I need to eat, right? And the only thing that I need to take care of is that the food should be clean and fresh, right? That's about it, right? Yes, there are better diets, right? And I don't do any sort of diet. There is no dieting that I have ever done. I eat everything, right? And I eat as much as I want to eat. It's just that I eat fresh, right? And I eat clean. That's about it. If we just practice these 5 things, these are the 5 things that I have used in my own life to sort of take my first step, I would say, towards a yogic lifestyle, right? Number 1, deep breathing. Whenever I can, whenever I am aware, whenever it reminds, and every time I see this, I'm reminded, oh, deep breathing. So I take a few deep breaths. And I know what it does to my body immediately after that. Keep humming, keep singing, keep chanting Om if you want to, right? And it does wonders to the body, right? Wash my face, splash my face with cold water often, right? And through the day, I often go to the washroom. I just open the tap and I splash my face with cold water, right? We've always done that, right? हम कहीं घूमने जाते हैं, पिकनिक में जाते हैं, झरना देखते हैं, स्ट्रीम देखते हैं. What we do? What is our first instinctive reaction? See, all these are also instinctive reactions of human body. What is the first thing that we do when we see nice fresh water? Right? We immediately want to take that water and splash our face with that cold water, and it does wonders to our system. Right? Meditate, and then clean food, simple food, fresh food. That's about it. Right? And we then get into a yogic lifestyle. After all this, yes, if I have time, if I have the willingness, and if I can practice a few more asanas, understanding and aware of what I am doing with the breathing that needs to accompany, because asanas को ना जब हम जैसे सिर्फ exercise की तरफ करते हैं ना, it does not do as much good. Right? But if you practice it with synchronized breathing, the way it should be done, so therefore, ideally, one should have a yoga channel, right? Or one should read up a lot, right? Find out what these asanas are all about. Now, when you do these asanas, when a yogacharya or after reading you find out about these asanas, वो भी आप देखेंगे बहुत instinctive है, right? ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है कि वो instinct से अलग है. Instinctive है, जो हम करते हैं, जो हम सोचते हैं होना चाहिए वैसा ही होता है, right? So these are the 5 things. These 5 things, if I practice on a regular basis, and these are the 5 things that I've mentioned are not difficult at all. So simple, right? If I practice these 5 things, I will have my first step taken towards a yogic lifestyle, right? And it will what will it do? It will only take care of my body. It will only take care of my mind. It will only build more connection of my mind with my body. And if I am aware of my body, you know what happens immediately after that? You will stop taking medicines. I can guarantee. There are no medicines that are required. It's about 10 years, there are no medicines, right? So you will not need medicines. You will not be, so there, you are a human being, right? I am a human being. So there are moments where I will get a little anxious, there will be a little bit of anxiety, there will be a little bit of stress, but you will overcome this stress immediately after that. It will not take time for you to come out of that anxiety, to come out of that stress, if I were to practice just these 5 things. So that's as much. I'm just a beginner in the world of yoga, right? But I thought that if I could share my own personal life experiences, it might, even if like one person who is listening to me today, if one person manages to just remember these 5, it will do a lot of good to us, right? I wish you all again good health, a good mind, a healthy mind. Let's all stay happy. Thank you so much.